Oh, hello there. What you're seeing right now is the virtual me, in a place which I think is the best place to practice your language skills. Let me walk you through this virtual anime universe called the VRChat. Welcome to VRChat. This is not an anime world per se, it is actually a game for people to, as the name suggests, communicate in VR but just happens to be a heaven for weebs. The VR part might deter you from trying this game, but it is completely doable to play this game using the traditional mouse and keyboard. It is a place where people from different parts of the world can gather up using thousands of custom-made avatars in tons of distinctly different worlds. While this is a game, there is no actual single goal for this game. You just hang out and mess with the people together in this virtual world. This might sound either very boring to some of you, but some may find it very interesting. If you've been a long-time gamer, you might have heard of Roblox, which is a hub or platform where people can create their own interactive activities in it. Well, it's the same as that in VRChat, but it comes with a voice chat built in and it's VR compatible. And there are worlds where it's trying to copy the vibe of a cafe or a club if you just want to hang out with people, but there are other worlds where it's catered for special use. Say game worlds like Among Us, where you can play the game in full 3D in VR while interacting with each other. This is perfect for today's world, where live concerts, gatherings, or any sort of face-to-face meeting is difficult to come by. While the game sounds great and fun, unfortunately this is not all hunky-dory. Do you know what happens when you gather random people over the internet, hide their identities, let them use fake waifu avatar, and then give them voice chat? That's right, you get cancer. At least sometimes. Anonymity shows people's actual color, and it can be a double-edged sword. Some people may find this liberating, being able to say and do things they wouldn't have been able to do in real world. But for some it becomes a media to just plainly troll people. Don't be surprised to find the latter, but it shouldn't stop you from trying this out. While being cautious is a must at the age of the internet, the number of people trolling is definitely not as much as the number of people who are actually enjoying this platform as how it's intended by the creator. So how do you filter out these people? The second you go in, you realize that 99% of the players here speak English. The title said it's the best place for language practice, so maybe there are certain words for people from different nationality? But even then, how do you find such work in possibly thousands of other words available out there? At first, I was just doing exactly what other people were doing here, chilling and hanging out while speaking in English, until I stumbled upon their Discord server, and there I found language section. I just had to go and try this. So I went to their French VR server and to my surprise, I finally done it. I found my treasure.
Allô? Ça va?
The moment I stepped into this world, I was greeted immediately by a long unheard familiar language, the French language. I started talking to random people there and I just felt accepted. The majority of people who visit these language worlds are actually natives, so they're great companions to speak to. It's been a very long time since I've talked to actual French people, let alone play games together with them in 3D. It reminded me back at the time when I was a foreign student sharing my life stories about where I'm from, and hearing their different stories, opinions, and point of view in their language is eye-opening. Playing games in a virtual 3D world like Among Us, Squid Game, Pool, etc. with foreigners is such a great feature of this game since it keeps the conversation flowing and fun. Heck, you can even watch movies together with them inside the virtual world. This fixes the problem of language learning up like Duolingo, where it's all about theory and very little practice. In VRChat, it's all about practice. It also brings interactivity to the users, which extends the conversation and the fun part of language learning, a problem which language exchange apps like italki is definitely struggling with. Your identity and avatar are also anonymous, so you don't have to worry about making mistakes. The first 3 days of me discovering this game, I spent over 10 hours immediately just hanging out with either English or French speakers. I even met other foreigners from other parts of the world like Aussies, Japanese, Koreans, and Russian without going to their language world. So far, I'm enjoying it, and you can expect me to play these games some more. While I'm not planning to degenerate my life away by just sitting down in front of a computer in a virtual world, I'm still gonna show up every once in a while there, either to just chill or practicing my language skill. So don't forget to say hello when you see me there. I now have a VR headset and I'm enjoying this. I can't even imagine just how even more immersive the whole experience is gonna be with a VR headset. But this method is definitely not the silver bullet to language learning. To be able to converse, you need to know at the very least the basic of grammar and vocabularies of the targeted language. The majority of people in the language world are native, so you may get overwhelmed if you couldn't understand a thing. But I can say with certainty that this is a great complementary platform for practice. Is this going to replace human interaction and the need for class-based language learning? Of course not. At least for now. Human is a social creature. We still need actual human connection and emotion, which is difficult to replicate in a virtual world. But just like how computer was at the early 2000s, I think VR and the application in general is an amazing tool with amazing potential in the future. Oh, did I also mention that the game is free on Steam and Oculus Store? Go check it out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. I really enjoy making these kind of videos and I'm planning to make more videos like this one. I'll see you in the next video then. Cheers!